Hello and welcome to this week's Monkey Nut Bunch podcast with me, your glorious host Gareth and Keith. If you can't say something nice, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. That's what I was always told.
I'll give you that one today. It doesn't actually say an insult, babe, but it's insulting. I'll give you that. Hello everyone. Hello.
Hello.
How are we doing?
Doing all right. Just one of those weeks, you know. Just get it fucking behind you and move on to the next one.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Another week,
yes,
another dollar.
I watched a hell of a lot of Deep Space Nine on Friday.
Well done.
So yeah, I just got to the point where it's because it's serialized now. It's just one after the other after the other. Then you have the odd one that isn't serialized. So yeah, it's forgot, as I said, it's the characters that make it more than anything else. Yeah, because you want to know what happens to the characters. And I'll be honest with you, I've got to reach the conclusion that Sisko might be the boringest character out of the lot of them.
Yeah. I'll give you that.
Yeah, in comparison to all the others, it's like Odo that spends, 3 days shacked up with another changeling shagging in his room. Yeah. You've got this will they, won't they with them and Kira. You've got Worf and Dax going on, which was quite entertaining. You've got Nog, Rom and Quark, which are great to watch. Even fucking Jake Sisko. Jake Sisko as a reporter is like, I'm going to stay here on the station because what do you fucking mean he stayed on the station? Because I got to talk to his granddad. Yeah, and it's like he's just the way that Sisko avoided talking to his granddad. He goes, what the fuck have you done with my grandson? And I love that because it just shows the kind of priorities. No, you've got to keep the grandson safe. Blah blah blah. All this other stuff. Wei Yun, I love as a character, and I love his alternate Ferengi. What's his name? The Liquidator character that he plays too. Brunt. Fucking
FCA.
Yeah. That's absolutely fucking brilliant. I love the episode with Iggy Pop.
The Magnificent Ferengi.
Ferengi, yeah.
It's one of my favourites, that episode. It's genuinely genius.
There's a bit where he calls them out and he sounds so much like fucking Iggy Pop rather than an alien. I'm hearing Iggy Pop's voice, just like starting to sing.
But Iggy Pop's a huge Star Trek fan. And that's how he got into it. So, yeah. No, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Obviously, I'm up to date on Pluribus. Because we had 2 episodes. We had a release one a few days early because of
Thanksgiving.
In fact, everything that was meant to be released on Friday came on Wednesday, with the exception of Stranger Things that came at 8 o'clock in the morning on Thursday here.
Yeah.
And apparently
1 o'clock in the morning.
Netflix crashed for the first 5 minutes.
Oh dear.
Apparently, of
yes.
course, Netflix. So basically, that we didn't have enough servers spun up at time of release, and it was down for 5 minutes. That's the servers spinning up. That's about the boot time for servers. It's
the time. It's like kind of. Do I press this button that says yes for more fucking bandwidth?
Yeah, pretty much that. So yeah, I'm up to date on all of that. I think I've pretty much watched everything that's worth noting of release, and watched some old shit that isn't really for this podcast because it's a completely different thing, which I'd never actually watched before. And my dad said, if you've got nothing else to watch it. I enjoyed it, and I did enjoy it. And that was a series called Foyle's War, which was quite good. It's kind of, Midsummer's Murders, but in Second World War Hastings.
Okay.
And then there's a further 3 seasons set in London where he joins MI5, and those were quite good. I learned some stuff about the war that I didn't know about, which was kind of cool. So yeah, that's been my week.
Cool.
Shall we get into the news? Because absolutely nothing's happened while away. Yeah, sorry about last week. That was my bad. I was sick, like flu-ridden sick. It was shit. Anyway, moving on.
Okay. How about this?
Say, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Today we'll be doing a bit of sci-fi archaeology as the wormhole reopens. After more than a decade, the iconic Stargate universe, not Stargate universe, is stepping back into the spotlight. Amazon MGM Studios has officially greenlit a brand new series of Stargate for Prime Video. The legendary fan favourite writer Martin Giro, if I can say his name right, who worked on past installments, helps him know the world inside and out, is back at the helm, and veterans like Brad Wright and Joe Maluzzi return as consultants. This isn't a reboot for shock values. This has been a brand new chapter that honours the mythology it's rooted in, whilst hopefully bringing back some fresh energy. No release date or casting details yet, but the gates are opening. Whether you're a die-hard SG-1, Atlantis or Universe fan, or a first-time time traveller, that sounds like time traveller, through the Stargate, there'll be a lot to be optimistic about. So let's unpack this bit by bit. So, greenlit, fantastic. They own MGM. Stargate ran 10 seasons. So ran 10 seasons. God knows how 200 episodes. I loved Atlantis. Atlantis was my favourite. I really do love Atlantis.
I liked Atlantis, but I think SG-1 kind of reinvented itself towards the end, and by bringing in
Ben Browder and Claudia Black.
It kind of rebirthed that series, and with the Ori, that was a pretty bloody good storyline. So actually, SG-1 towards the end got good. I mean, it was always good, but it reinvented itself. And actually, I really like Ben Browder's character. Really like Claudia Black's character. Really, I mean, I liked that. I loved Atlantis. I wasn't the fan of Universe that you were, because I think they tried to do something outside of their wheelhouse, and whilst it didn't work for me in the Stargate world, it didn't work for me. I get why some people like it. I understand it had loyal fans, and I respect that. I know, and it's kind of almost slightly hypocritical of me because I loved Battlestar Galactica, and it was kind of more dark and in that vein. But for me, SG-1 was always Stargate, SG-1 and Atlantis were always upbeat, slightly more on the lighter side, and that's probably why I liked it. But I mean, I've been hearing rumors for years about a Stargate film, this, that.
Yeah, they tried it with Stargate Origins ages ago, if you remember, when they were doing this little kind of mini-series thing for YouTube and whatnot.
I never thought we would get this. Never thought we would get. I mean, Martin Giro, writer of both Atlantis and SG-1, right? Brad Wright and Joseph Maluzzi, both like creators, and the great thing is Amanda Tapping has already put out I'd Come Back. Even Richard Dean Anderson said he'd do a guest spot. So, I mean, I'd love to see some of those old characters, even if they're just cameos.
Rodney McKay. Rodney fucking McKay. Well, the best character.
Yes.
He's the best character.
Rodney McKay, you probably get what's-his-face from Atlantis, because he tried to make,
Atlantis season 6.
Series. And
do you know what I find really funny? Yeah, it was when they cancelled Atlantis. Yeah, he desperately tried to do it. He got funding from the Irish government to film in Ireland. Yeah, so he could do it, but they couldn't get a bloody distributor, so it fell through. And the great thing about that is that he's a massive fan. So I've got a photo with him. I've met him in real life.
Well, Brad Wright was involved with that. So I mean, I am on board for this. I mean, it's funny, they got rid of that daft cow that runs Amazon, and all of a sudden, Amazon go and do this. And again, the thing that I find slightly hopeful about this is, if, as a fan of SG-1 and Atlantis, you wanted to see a new series, what's your wish list? That. And it's almost like they've listened. So I mean, because I messaged you and you were like, really? I was like, Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like everything we fucking asked for. I hope this is more in the Atlantis fame or in vein, but I want, again, Eli. It would be good to get an update on poor old Eli. As much as I do Light Universe, I watched it.
Yeah. So apparently, Eli, it's like an extended comic, explores some more of the ship, and he finds another set of pods, and he finds the crew of Destiny. Well, 4 of them, and he gets one of them out and asks them for help. And that's how they get around it. Because he literally because the whole ship's cut off in places, because like vacuum seals and whatnot. But he does that. So I would love to know, because it was chasing something. Yeah. Something important. Yeah. I got a feeling it was chasing its own fucking tail. I'll be honest with you. That's what I think. I love the idea of that ship, that it's supposed to spend more time in like hyperspace than it is supposed to be in fucking regular space. So slowing down is difficult for it. That's just a mad concept. The ship has to just constantly travel. It doesn't like standing still, so it has to do standing still on a timer. And you got all the other previous gate ships and bits like that, and the blueberry aliens or whatever they called them. It was fantastic. I did like it.
I mean, the one thing that Universe did was that there was a race before the Ancients, right? And I think that's where they've got to go with this new series, because you can't do another big bad in the same vein. Like, the thing is, you had the Gowald, they defeated them. They kind of brought the Syndicate in, the Aleutian Syndicate, if I remember that right, or the Aleutian Alliance.
Lucian Alliance.
And they weren't really that threatening. And then they brought in the Ori, which actually were pretty fucking good, although they were kind of the Par-Wraith, or the Par-Wraith, the Ori. Anyway, they were kind of similar. But the Ori were kind of cool. And in fact, the Ori arguably were maybe kind of the Vorlons in some ways. Yeah, there was definitely influences there, but I mean, at the moment there isn't a lot of information around, but a lot of the old actors have all said if I got the call, I'd go, which is really good. I want to see Rob McKay back. I
fucking love. There's an episode of Stargate Atlantis, not Atlantis, Universe, with Rodney McKay in, which I enjoyed the hell out of.
He was, I mean, one of the most obnoxious characters on TV, and you loved him.
Oh, dude, he was great. He was just so, yeah. And the thing I liked is the fact that they were very inspired by Red Dwarf.
Yes.
So, for example, there's an episode, I think it's towards the end of the season, where Shepard gets transported miles into the future, and the only person he can talk to is a hologram of Rodney McKay. Sounds a bit like fucking Red Dwarf. A couple of million years in the future, and you've got the one person that you really don't want on a personal level there, but hey, on a technical level, you want him. And he was great, and I always felt sorry for Zelenka, because Zelenka was smart, but he always just gave him so much shit.
Yeah, but again, I mean, the thing that Stargate, and I think Atlantis did actually better than Stargate, although, as I said, Ben Bowder and Claudia Black's character at the end were brilliant, and the way they interacted with the pre-existing characters was really good. And I think that's when Stargate SG-1 got as good as Atlantis in terms of characters. But Atlantis nailed the characters. Again, not perfect, but likable. Rodney McKay, you should hate him. On paper, you would hate him. But actually, he was one of the most popular characters. What's his face? Colonel Joe. He was meant to be, again, on paper really dull, but you really liked him. And then when they got rid of the poor geezer that was like the tag-along fourth man in season 1, and then brought in your wife's crush, which launched his career, by the way. He was fucking brilliant in it.
There's some mad stories about what him and the producers had. He was like, kind of, he wanted an episode where he shaved his head because he was tired of dreadlocks. And he turns around and he goes, he went and didn't tell him this directly. He just went, I want this episode. He goes, because Ronan gets abandoned on the planet. Because he turns into like some warlord. He shaves his head off and it's just like kind of mutilating these kind of wraith and this, that, and the other. And the guy turns around to him. I can't remember the name of the producer. I think it was Martin Gero, who's friends with Robert Picardo. To turn around and goes, is it the dreadlocks? Because we can get you a wig. And he went, all right. I just love the fact that it's like, no, he just sold him this big story just because he didn't want to keep the dreadlocks anymore because they were like rotting and this, that, and the other, and just maintaining them was really difficult. But yes, so no, that was. I have some reservations. I will point at the following: Russell T Davies, and I'll just say that and leave it at that. So I'm cautious.
The reason I am slightly more optimistic about this is what the fans have asked for. Brad Wright has been trying to bring this back for a very long time, and he's not stupid, and neither are Amazon. I mean, they got rid of Saki because she had gone stupid, right? For whatever, I think the reason they're still making Rings of Power is contractual.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the rumor. That they have to make a certain amount of seasons because that's what they promised the estate of Tolkien and blah blah blah, and you know it has to be paid for and everything. Anyway, so it's contractual, which wouldn't entirely shock me, but it does seem. I mean, Amazon is also the home of like Reacher, which is unashamedly masculine. And I don't know. I'm slightly more hopeful. I am not 100%. You know, I'm slightly cautious, but I'm more optimistic of this than I was anything else because this is what the fans asked for. I mean,
Yeah.
And we are living in an age now where actually wokeism is kind of dead. And Hollywood are still trying to do it, and those things are massively fading. Doctor Who, you know,
I missed
Star Trek, all of these things that the studios seem to finally be waking up, going, we're spending, you know, I mean, especially with Star Trek, we're spending stupid amounts of money on you know episodes of a show that nobody bloody well asked for. We need to cut back and make a new series that's a lot cheaper. I don't think a movie is the right way, by the way. Paramount.
No, I don't think a movie's the right way either.
You need to
I think a
get
couple
rid
of
Klaxman.
a couple of good series would be great.
I think a movie would work if you'd made Legacy. If you'd made Legacy or make Legacy, then a movie might work because people will be interested again. Because that's what people want. But Amazon, I mean, the interesting thing will be, if this is popular and it's good, this will be a message to the likes of Star Wars and the Star Trek to go, make good stuff and the fans will come back. And, you know, just a note of, how do I put this? A note to Bob Iger and Disney, stop that bloody woman from The Acolyte being interviewed, because Gareth, apparently it's creators' fault that The Acolyte failed. Did you hear that? Did you hear that she blamed YouTubers? It's
Really?
your fault. Yeah, it's your fault. It's your
Everyone
fault.
put her.
Yeah.
Sounds like narcissism to me.
You cancelled The Acolyte, apparently.
Excellent. The downside is that the YouTube creators still wanted the Acolyte for season 2 because
I
it's
know,
content
that's
for
the
them.
irony of it. That's the irony of it.
Why would they want it cancelled? It was gold.
It was
And on that
absolute go-
And on
gold
that note,
content,
let's
yes.
move on to our next story.
Hans Briggs, oh no!
Oh, no.
The next chapter of Avatar hits theatres soon, Fire and Ash, but there's a twist. Despite the long-standing plan for a 5-film saga, the mastermind behind it all, James Cameron, has said this movie could realistically serve as an endpoint. That's right, if everything doesn't land right, critical acclaim, box office, cultural buzz, then this is where the story ends. He structured the first 3 films as a self-contained trilogy, which means that Fire and Ash might be the conclusion viewers get. That's a lot of pressure to put on one film, and it's not all about whether we're going to see more sequels. It challenges how we think about franchise-scale storytelling. So, whether you're rooting for the saga or saga to continue, or bracing for a send-off, this is the turning point. Let's see what he had to say. So, this is the weird thing. Avatar, yeah, big in the box office, cultural footprint, a ride at Disneyland World. That's the cultural footprint of Avatar. There's a ride at Disney World, which is fantastic. Outside that, not really interested in Avatar. How does that work? It makes fucking billions. It makes more money than fucking Avengers. Who's watching this? Tell me. Own up if you're watching this, because I've done the ride, and the ride is fucking brilliant. But I've watched the films and gone, oh, I can leave it.
A lot of people got into Avatar, the first one. Then they waited something like 10 years to bring it back. And it was utterly ridiculous. Again, it's a bit like Stranger Things. 3.5 fucking years. They waited 10 years for a sequel. And when the sequel happened, everybody was like, meh. Most people, had moved on, had got kids and didn't have time to go to the cinema. So that massive audience that you had weren't there for the second one. So this third one, again, it's probably contractual. I would say that the third one will probably be the one that takes the least at the box office. Although that being said,
do you know what? I put it down
box office this year
for under 2 billion worldwide.
I don't think it'll make $1 billion. The last one didn't. I don't think did it.
No, it made 2.3 billion.
What, the last one?
The last one was 2.3 billion. I just googled it to be sure.
What?
This is the thing.
One?
Yes, the water one.
2 point. Who the fuck went and saw that? I didn't go.
Exactly. I didn't see it. Did you see it?
No.
Did you see it? Did anyone here see it? Who the fuck was watching it? I swear to God, Cameron has sold his fucking soul to the devil. I can't explain
seriously, the last one took 2.3 billion.
2.3 billion overall. Third highest grossing film of all time. This one will do under 2 because it's the law of diminishing returns.
Who the fuck was watching it?
I don't know. I really don't know. It was one of Disney's only successes in the year in 2022. You're googling it now. I'm not lying. I can send you the link.
I'm not, but the way of the water. I want to know what the way of the way of the water. I want to know who the fuck
you're so shocked you're having to check. Come on, hurry up and check. This is just madness. It's
2 point. Hang on. What was it? What was its gross?
2.32 billion. I didn't watch. I haven't even watched it on Disney Plus. The ride's fantastic though. I'll go on that all day. I'd sit on that for 2 hours, easy. Even if I had to go round and round and round in the queue, and Nigel will back me up on that.
Internationally, it made 1.6 billion.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
You almost went, holy shit! Like,
I didn't believe it. I had to see it for myself. I didn't believe it. Right, anyone in the comments, right? Did any of you go and see this in the cinema? And be honest, right? And anyone listening on the podcast or come back later, leave a comment, right? Tell us if you saw this at the cinema, because I don't buy it. I mean,
no, I don't buy it either.
Just after COVID.
Yeah. This is why I think James Cameron sold his soul to the devil, because I don't know how the fuck he got those fucking numbers. I really don't.
Accounting.
I don't think it's Disney's creative accounting because you can't be that creative with that much accounting worldwide. Seriously.
1.6 billion internationally.
Yep.
I am. No wonder they're making a third one. I am shocked, Gareth. I'm not.
I know.
I'm not often speechless, but that's.
So I got why
speechless.
Star Wars did, but I don't get why this one did. Anyway, yeah, it's one of those ones where you're just like, I'm just flabberfucking-gasted here. So yeah, it's a little on
Wow.
the mad side. It's a little on the unbelievable side, shall we say? As I said, I think it'll just do under 2 billion, which still is fucking
If it does
successful
that,
in
then they'll make the
comparison.
fourth and fifth. I mean,
Yeah.
Cameron was citing that audiences have changed and blah blah blah.
They have.
Either that or he's just getting bored. I mean, how long's he been making Avatar movies? I mean, what else is he doing? It's not like he's doing like death-defying things. And I often think that actually I'd like to see what else Cameron can do. Other than Avatar movies. It's like, so in some ways, I hope this isn't James Cameron's last movie. I hope he goes back and does something else in the sort of sci-fi world. But the rumor is he's trying to make a Terminator 3, isn't he? Or a sequel to Judgment Day, and I bet you that's why he's coming out with this. I'd see a James Cameron Terminator movie, just because he made the best one.
Yeah. Maybe there's a new technology or something that he's got his eye on. Gone. I can do something with that. Yeah. So, on that note, let's move on to our next story.
Well.
So, with the shadows around Nevermore never being darker or spookier, with season 3 of Wednesday officially in the works, the show has cast Eva Green, yes, that Eva Green, as Aunt Ophelia, the mysteriously and long-term absent sister of Morticia Addams. For those caught in the chilling the chilling end of season 2, you know her as a ghostly figure locked away, scrawling "Wednesday must die" with blood on the wall. Now she's stepping into the spotlight. Green brings a history of gothic gravitas and unpredictability. Exactly what Ophelia's ominous backstory calls for. With scripts being hammered out and production on the horizon, the Adams fold is about to get a serious shake-up. Whether Ophelia is a saviour or a threat or a kind of complicated new blood that makes the whole world of Wednesday more chaotic, we do not know. I can see her. I can see her fitting in. I can see her fitting in.
I think it's genius casting, actually. I think she's perfect for the role.
I can, yeah.
And I think she will fit into that well. Just one note, Disney, don't take another... Netflix, don't take another bloody 3 years. Bring it back.
Was it 3 years?
Nearly.
Wednesday,
Nearly.
was it?
Nearly.
God, I've got to fucking look at this up one.
I think Wednesday was the end. I think Wednesday was Wednesday the same as Stranger Things season 4. I think it was the same year.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
I think it was.
Which it came back before. The season 2 came back before fucking Stranger Things. So 22, 20, or 22, 25. Oh, it's set for 26.
Yes, I know. They it's in production. It's set for that. Whether it comes out in that, it'll be the end. It'll be this time next year. But that's fine. A year and a half, I can deal with. But 3 years between season 1 and 2, and season 2 of Wednesday was good. I kind of like Wednesday.
Yeah.
And she's perfect. When I just saw that, and went, yep, that works. I mean,
you can see that. I imagine she'll have a grey streak in her hair of sorts, kind of like Rogue from the X-Men.
I mean, she'll work well with Zeta Jones as well. I mean, Zeta Jones as Morticia. When I first heard it, I was like, really? And then when I saw it, I was like, yeah, actually, that does work. She's great in that role. I as I said, I really liked Wednesday season 2. Steve Buscemi's character was great. As the sort of slightly dodgy headmaster, it worked for me, and she works for me as well in it. So yeah, again, they know what they're doing at Wednesday, and that casting just works. Great.
Yeah. Cool. It's no, I like Wednesday. It was good TV. The downside, and it's weird because it has a touch of Smallville. It's got a touch of Smallville in its DNA because it's done by Miller and Goff, which I find quite interesting in regards to it as a TV show. So I think it's like the kind of the coffee shop setting, the school kind of yard setting, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's good. Just a quick question, guys. If there's any issues with the stream, because I'm getting some weird bits on the studio end, just to type it in the chat, and I'll have a nose at it in a bit. I'll get Keith to keep an eye on it, because it's all of a sudden we dip down to 2 viewers and then we're back up to 7. So I don't know if you guys are disconnecting or having issues. Anyway, with that, let's move on to our next story. So let's there.
Oh no! What happened? Oh no! How terrible! That's just awful! How terrible! Oh no!
FX have just given the green light for a live-action, real-world adaptation of Far Cry, helmed by no other than Noah Hawley and Rob Mac. Yep, Rob McElhaney, as in he owns part of fucking, I can't remember the football club now. It's not Tranmere. It's
No, it's the Welsh one with
it's the Welsh one.
yes,
Wrexham.
Yeah, Wrexham.
And to get the first season, Rob McElhaney will star in it himself. But rather than play it safe, he'll lean into what made the games iconic, switching from locations and stories. So expect a brand new hellscape every year, different villains, landscapes, different chaos. The show is set to go to Hulu in the US and Disney Plus worldwide. No release date or full cast, but the bones are there. If they pull off, Far Cry could be the next big anthology / horror thriller universe. So yeah, Keith, don't ever fucking run elephants across a minefield. It's cruel. If you remember that. When we played Far Cry 4.
I think it's my headphone. Yes, I remember you and I had a lot of fun playing probably my favourite one. The 5th one was quite good, if I remember right. It was the 5th one was with the nukes, wasn't it?
Yeah, the 5th one was with the nukes. I played that game and I was just like kind of, oh, there's nukes. Oh, there's all the way through. It's like, have they got nukes? They hadn't got nukes. Other people had nukes. And it just got to the end and you're like, wow. So let's have a look. The first game is the one with the Trigen, which I think they might have to skip over because Uwe Boll has the rights to that. Yeah. But the second one, which is set in Africa, where you've got all the mercenaries and you're after a guy and it's kind of like the Heart of Darkness, they can do that one where he's got malaria and he's trying to hunt it down. That would be quite an interesting one to do. Then the third one was with Vass. Michael Mando. Oh, fuck me. He was great in that. Michael Mando's the bad guy. He was as Vass in it. It was so annoying when he died in that game. That would be fantastic. The fourth one, you've got Pagan Min. Nothing like a very camp, flamboyant guy from Nepal. I'm going to say somewhere near Nepal because it was some made-up foreign country. You've got that, then you've got the one that was set in Montana, and then you've got the one that's set in Montana after that happened, so you've got that one there, and then you've got the one with Giancarlo Esposito, which wasn't very good as a game, but they could make that into a decent TV series if they're good with it. So they can do that. They can lean in. If they did start off, so they started at Far Cry 3 and had Vass, I think you might be able to make it work, because you can have weird things with the hallucinations and whatnot, and then you've got the Japanese things. There's enough material there if they do it right for a good TV series. Yeah, because you've got his friends he needs to rescue. You've got the dodgy fucking agent who's a CIA guy that runs all the way through the Far Cry games, which will be a nice kind of like through line. So that would work. And Michael Mando as Vass was such a fucking great character. He really was. It's so, that is such a ripe area if they do it from Far Cry 3 onwards. And if they turn around and say, one story set in this area, that's it, it will work. starting from Far Cry 2, though, may be a bit of an issue because it's quite, I'll be honest with you, storyline-wise, it's quite serious and it's quite heavy. And it feels like they said they took the inspiration from the Heart of Darkness kind of story where you're chasing down Kurtz and whatnot. Even though I thought that the main character was going to shag Kurt's wife at the end of the story, I don't know why I got it in my head. I don't know. It's just one of those weird things. It's like Keats in the copper pot. I thought she was going to poison them from the copper pot, but that never happened either. I don't know why. These classic pieces of literature, and I'm expecting them to have modern day fucking twists on them. But yeah, it's I like the idea. I really, really like the idea because, as I said before, Michael Mando, you can fucking sell a series. He's as good as Gus Fring as a bad guy. Dude, now I'm going to have to fucking Google to show you some clips because I don't know if you've seen it.
But
yeah.
I mean, the only Far Cry, the first Far Cry was kind of Island of Dr. Moreau, wasn't it? A bit, if I remember right.
Yes, that's the one with the tri-gen. That's the one that I think they haven't got the rights for.
But all the others were, there wasn't any kind of real science fiction-y thing to it. I mean, the one in sort of Himalayas.
Lots of drug taking, though.
Yes,
in all of them. Lots of hallucinogenic drug taking.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. I don't know about the sixth one. I could never get into the sixth one.
No, no one
the sixth
did.
one had the biggest sort of open world, but the sixth one just didn't land for me. Have they bought another one, or was Far Cry 6 still the last?
That's the last one.
Did.
But saying that, the rights, because Ubisoft are in trouble, the rights for it have kind of cycled out. Hang on a second. I'm going to show you some bits, just because Vat is a total fucking psychopath in this. 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Are we rolling?
Yeah, we're good.
This is the fifth one.
Okay, hey.
No, this is the third one.
Okay, shut up! Don't cry! Okay? Do not beg! The choices you have made in your life have brought you here.
Seriously, is he going to blow him up with a bazooka?
It's gonna blow up.
Oh.
Back up.
Yeah, okay.
That's the dude out of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
Hey, be quiet, let me focus.
Yes! Really good fucking actor. This is what made him as an actor. This is seriously what made him as an actor.
Fired like an
If you don't
RPG.
have water for 3 days.
Yeah.
That's the dude from.
Me, the love.
Yeah, it is.
You don't love her.
So this was all live action stuff.
This is live action because he went in, he did the mocap and all the voices, and because he can talk French, he did the French version and he did the English version, and they were so impressed with him, they made him the star of the game because he did such a fucking good job. Because he comes across as so fucking psychopathic, yeah. And it's just he's just a great character.
Fucking thing over and over again, expecting shit to change. That is crazy. But the first time somebody told me that,
Oh, hang on a second. Let me
I
just
don't
go
know
back here.
is doing the is
Hang on. Let's start.
what the definition of insanity is. Insanity is doing the exact same fucking thing over and over again, expecting shit to change. That is crazy.
Was there a relaunch? of
The first
Far
time
Cry
somebody
3?
told me that,
Yeah, that was a
I don't know,
remaster
I
of
thought they
it.
were bullshitting me. So
Is that where they did the live
I
action?
showed them. The thing
Nope.
is,
They did it for the original.
So what did the live action stuff?
he was right.
That's the promotional material
And
from
then
the
I
first
started
game.
seeing it everywhere I looked. Everywhere I looked, all these fucking pricks. Everywhere I looked, doing the exact same fucking thing. Over and over and over and over and over again. Thinking, this time, it's gonna be different. No, please. This time, it's gonna be different. I'm sorry. I don't like the way you are looking at me. Okay? You have a fucking problem in your head. Do you think I'm bullshitting you? Do you think I'm lying? Fuck you! Okay? Fuck you! It's okay, man. I'm gonna chill, man. I'm gonna chill. The thing is, alright? The thing is, I killed you once already. And it's not like I am fucking crazy. It's okay. It's like water under the bridge. Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, fuck you!
It's dude. He did that just from mocap, and that's what made seriously. That is what made his acting career, because everyone saw him do all the stuff and sort of like, dude, he can put that through on a fucking CGI character. What the fuck can he do when you put him in front of a camera? And he does a great job in front of a camera. He's a really good actor. Yeah, and you could have those things remade, and he is. The problem is, if they do it right, he will die 2/3 into the season, because that's the way the story is supposed to go. I don't know. They might rewrite that. I'd actually accept the rewrite for that, because he's such a fucking great bad guy, and it's really maddening, because you play his character. I think his name's Jason Brody, yeah, and he becomes equally psychopathic. He becomes more and more insane as you go through it. So if they do it, the character's journey will be from this kid who likes doing like extreme sports and stuff with his friends and jumping out of planes and this, that, and the other, to a proper psychopathic killer. And he loses it, and he loses himself along the way, and that's what enables him to beat Vass. And at the end of it, he has a choice to lean into his more murderous tendencies or to return back to where he is. And it's great. It really is great. Anyway, I'm actually now you've said it. I'm going. Actually, I'm actually feeling quite positive towards this. But that's because you have to do Michael Mando.
I agree with you. I didn't realise he was in it. I agree with you. I mean, I really liked Far Cry 1. I really liked Far Cry 4 and 5. I never played Far Cry 3, I don't think. Far Cry...
You're kidding. Far Cry 3 is the best of all of them, and you've missed it.
Was there a PS4 relaunch of it?
Yeah, there was a PS4 remake version, yeah.
I might see if it's available on the PlayStation Store and see if I can get it for the PS5.
Trust me.
Because
literally, all the games follow that blueprint.
Right.
It was the thing that set it all off.
I mean, I loved Far Cry 3, 4 and 5, and then the add-on to Far Cry 5 with the nukes and everything. Far Cry 6 didn't land with me. Far Cry 6 did not land with me. Yeah. Anyway, interesting that they're doing a TV series. When I first saw it, I thought, they're just making a TV series and sticking a Far Cry badge on it. But now that you've said everything, I've gone, maybe you're right. Maybe they're trying to tap into something. Because,
as I said, everyone's like, this is great. There is opportunity there. There's wiggle room there to flesh out characters. So if you're doing 3, you need to make sure Dennis is in there. You need to make sure Vass is in there. Vass's sister's in there. The crazy South African who's running the whole thing. And the German fella who everyone's slightly scared of, but is a fucking teddy bear. But it'll be, if they do it right, it'll be violent, and I mean proper violent, and it'll escalate in its violence as it goes through. And if you do it right, the Jason Brody character will become more and more lost, and he becomes more and more psychopath. After he kills a couple of people, oh no, it's terrible. Kills like 10 people, stops giving a fuck, and then he gets fucking bloodlust for all intents and purposes after that, and he just loses himself in the island. That's a good story there. Anyway, I've waxed too much. Let's go on to this
next one's for you, Gareth.
Okay.
Women, know your limits.
The classic thriller from 1939 is about to be in the spotlight again. Rogue Mail, a novel that allegedly helped inspire the world of James Bond, is finally inching its way towards the screen. Led none other by Benedict Cumberbatch. He first secured the rights back in 2016, but between cloak and dagger, double-edged lives, and the MCU Hollywood shifting schedules and production stalls. The production stalled out. He's now announced if timing allows, the filming could start next year. The story itself. A lone Englishman tries to kill a fascist tyrant, fails, escapes torture, and returns home to be a hunted man in a ruthless cat and mouse game. It's a raw paranoia thriller. None other than the glitz for Bond, but oh, sorry, my screen just changed. But for Cumberbatch, it's another chance to ditch the cape and spells and chase something a little more darker and more grounded. Whether it becomes a modern-day revisionist or a straight spiritual heir to the classic espionage, who knows? I know nothing about this.
I know the story, roughly. But I was just thinking, Benedict Cumberbatch, Nazi Germany, spy. Yeah, that works.
Do you think it was like, I'm never going to get to play James Bond, I'll make my fucking self James Bond? Do you think that's what it was?
Yeah, pretty much.
I think Tom Hiddleston's done the similar thing with The Night Manager too.
Yes.
So I'm never going to be James Bond. I'll be... I think Clive Owen did something similar too when just before Daniel Craig was announced as James Bond.
Worst mistake they ever made.
It's annoying because at the time I didn't like Clive Owen, and then the more and more I watched him, like in Children of Men and Shoot 'Em Up, fucking loved him in Shoot 'Em Up. That's a great thing because it was literally he was playing Bugs fucking Bunny, and whatever his name was playing Elmer Fudd.
Yes,
and it was brilliant.
Yes,
and I love that kind of interaction and that stuff there. So yeah,
it was fucking awesome. I loved Shoot 'Em Up. I mean, it's such an over-the-top, ridiculous film, but it's great. And I agree that Clive Owen would have been a better Bond. I mean, talking of Bond, the rumor is that I don't know. I think it's. Did you ever watch Masters of Air?
No.
So, the guy that plays Newt Salamander's brother?
Yes.
He is now in the running for Bond. Yeah, that's what I thought. This I'm interested in, though. I mean, again, 39. I think it's set in 1939, just before the war, if I remember rightly. But I like the idea of an espionage. I mean, I like Second World War films. I find that particular part of history incredibly interesting and not romantic per se, but there is a certain element of romance around it, even though I know it's not. It was bleak and dark and everything else, but something always. I mean, the Nazis are the bad guys, aren't they? They just are. Even now, Nazis are the bad guys. I mean, I grew up with Indiana Jones. Nazis are bad guys, and I don't know. I kind of like the idea of Benedict Cumberbatch as a spy, as long as it's done in the right vein and it's not like too dark and brooding. It's got to be done in a certain amount of light. But I think he'll play the part well. I mean, he's such a fucking talented actor.
It depends how they do it, because first thing you've got to do is, are you keeping it in the era or are you shifting it to now? That's the first question I'm going to ask.
I think they'll
keep it in the era. Yeah. That's a good sign. Because they keep it in the era and they make it relevant, it can work. And I'll wait for the first trailer to come out and we'll review it and we'll see what it looks like, and hopefully it'll be something good and we'll have something to look forward to. Should be nice. Yeah.
Anyway, shall we get into the comments quickly, because then I want to get into the nitty gritty of a couple of TV series.
We've got trailers to watch, man.
Have you got the new
Yep.
trailer?
And I've got another trailer I want to go through too, which I haven't watched. So let's see. The wife was in first. Amazing.
Insider trading.
Yeah, insider trading. Oh, dude, I think It says playing funny games. It won't let me watch live. Okay.
It's watching. It's okay now, I think.
Wicked 2. I don't like musicals. So I'll just default to my missus if it's good or not. She'll tell me if it's good or not, and then I'll leave it with her.
Biffa, it got a lot of 1-star reviews, whereas they gave the other part 4-star reviews and 5-star. I really don't know why they split this story into 2, but I mean, in your opinion, you really enjoyed it.
Hey, if he fucking likes it, he likes it. I'm not a musical person. I'm a shit judge on musicals. I really am.
I'm not a particular musical person, but I have seen Wiki quite a few times. Long story. But go on.
Oh my god, no, they're not going to do Stargate Academy. They're not doing that.
They're not doing that. Don't worry.
Hey, Laurie's joined us.
Hey, Laurie.
Hi, Laurie. Hope you're feeling better. Hope Lem is too.
Yeah, we're all
Yes.
on the mend.
Jesus, this is a random starting time. I'm sorry, my brother was over. He was talking to me in the kitchen for a little longer than I was expecting. All right. Okay. Steve. Hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
And then it's like cracky. Everyone's saying hello to each other. We watched Wicked 1, but haven't seen Wicked 2 yet. Okay, cool. Star Wars Acolytes. God, was that once when she was blaming?
I mean, again, Harvey Weinstein's personal assistant. She spent. I mean, I got slightly annoyed with Theory again this week because I mean she was having a go at him really, and we're completely at home, but he was having a go at the budget for what's its face Andor, and I mean I still think Andor season 2 was a fucking masterpiece, and I don't care how much money they spent on it because you could see that they'd spent money on it. And again, I will say Andor, you can see that they spent money on it. You do not see where they spent the fucking money on the Acolyte except in her pocket, right? And Acolyte was shit anyway, but the production was shit. Again, I will say this about Star Trek. I fucking hate Kurtzman Trek, but you can see where they're spending the money. You didn't see that in the Acolyte. The effects were shit. So yeah, did Andor have a $700 million budget? Yeah, it did. Did you see that on screen? Yes, you fucking did. Whereas with Acolyte, it was crap. But yeah, anyway, apparently, Gareth, it's Theories and your fault that the Acolyte got cancelled.
It's me. It's all down to me.
Yeah.
Hey, Angel.
Hi, mate.
So, Angel's idea for a new Stargate. Oh, sorry, no, Biffa's idea for a new Stargate. Is send all the Wokies into the Stargate wormhole and throw away the dialing machine. There is one. There is. I can't remember what the name of the planet is. It's like P32X something, where there's a black hole. Send them there.
Yeah, or even better, just send them to another one that's got an iris. Keep it closed.
That poor soldier who has to clean that iris.
I know.
Okay. Saw the first one, haven't seen the second one. That is Avatar. Yeah. So yeah, and then hang on a second. Tanya says she watched it on Disney Plus.
Me too.
And it's like, then this is about the ride. Why is it I won't let you stay on it? I want to live there. Yo, that's the ride at Disney World. Darling, we have to clear out for the other people in the park. It's very simple. Out of all the rides at Disney World, when we go there, that's the one we go on the most. All right? Maybe the Expedition Everest, but that one definitely because we have to queue up and go through all the stuff there. And then, yeah, Angel saying only saw the first one. My friend did, but only because she had a cinema pass. Biffa says he saw Avatar 2 in theatres.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And then, yes, cracky, what was the story after Avatar? What was the fucking story after Avatar? I can't remember. I don't have to go through my notes.
Oh, the Way of the Water, wasn't it?
No, it was...
the story after Avatar.
Oh, Eva Green.
Yes.
Eva Green.
Yeah. I'm with
Okay.
you.
Seems okay. And then okay, so the YouTube hates everyone. Yeah, I know it's going a little weird because I'm seeing weird fluctuations. It's funny because my Twitch stream bitrate magnifique, but
I think
not
Melon's
so much.
also been a bit temperamental today, but we'll give it a.
It jumps as if the stream's ended and resumes like in the middle. Oh, okay, fair enough. Oh, hopefully it recorded. Why? Far Cry movie. Have you not seen the Far Cry movie? It's fucking terrible. There is a Far Cry movie. Yeah, it's terrible. And there's Tanith screaming Wrexham. Oh, I didn't like the clip. I'm sorry. Yes, and Nacho. Geez, worst cameraman in history. And then we got freezing. Oh, goes viral on YouTube. It's just Anyway, crappier the video, the higher probably rate of going viral. Okay, all right. So America, wife in first. No fair. Sorry, Chuck. It's just today she's better than you. Just for today, when it comes to this. He's not gonna like that, and I don't blame him. Let's see the Broadway musical. Okay, cool. We're going back to thingy. Right, anyway. And then Matt's in here. So, hi, Matt. And we're not talking about Star Trek Deep Space Nine today, unfortunately. And then I'm going to turn the music down. No, we've got so many other things to talk about, Keith. We can't fit Deep Space Nine in there. Also, I don't know which part of Deep Space Nine I should be talking about, more importantly, because I've watched, like, from season 5 halfway through to season 6.
Yeah.
So I'm like kind of which bit? I'm at the moment. I'm where is it? Cisco and Descartes are trapped on a world, and Descartes is fucking fruity.
Yes.
He has lost it. He has lost the fucking plot properly.
So which one have we got first?
Hail Mary. Shall we?
Dude, I am so excited about this. I can't just
That's his penis. Alien penis.
Is that me?
great music as well.
I need you to come with us. The sun is dying. You have a doctorate in molecular biology.
And I ride a bike to work. And it's not for exercise.
If we do nothing, everything on this planet will go extinct, including us.
My ship. I'm Grace. I'm gonna call you Rocky. So, I met an alien. He's a genius engineer. And if I can't understand what he's saying, he puts on a little puppet show for me and my tiny brain. And you know what? I don't mind it. His planet's dying too. We're here for the same reason. Grace, Rocky, save stars. Am I expendable? It's almost like you don't care if I die. Hold on, you have to talk about it?
The consensus here is that it would be preferable if you did not die.
Thanks, guys.
You're a great scientist, Dr. Grace.
That's fucking harsh,
great
Biffa.
human being.
That is so harsh.
The world is counting on you.
It's funny though.
It's funny, but action's perfect for the job. I'll talk about.
I am getting a Daniel Jackson vibe.
Because you don't know the story, I can only say certain things about it. But trust me, he's not Daniel Jackson. Well, he is and he isn't.
It's now or never.
Oh, Rocky is perfect. So excited about this.
Call it fist bump, by the way. Fist my bum. No, it's fist bump. It's not the same.
Right. This is probably
Ladies, please control yourselves.
This is probably my favorite book. It's certainly one of my favorite endings of all time. I love The Martian, but having done The Martian again recently and done this, I kind of like this a little bit more. I love The Martian,
book.
but this is. It's just a fucking inspiring book. It is a feel-good book with a fantastic ending and great character arcs, great character journeys, and the way the book knits it together, and the way it ends, it is just perfect. I mean, and so any film was always going to be a bit. For me, it was always going to be, you can't better the book. But actually, that trailer gave me a lot of confidence because it hits all the points of the book. I know what I'm seeing in the trailer, and I know where it is in the story. There are a few concerns that they've dicked with the story a bit. But actually, Rocky looks exactly how I envisioned him. And they've got him speaking the way he does in the book. They had the fist my bump scene, which is great. That's just lifted directly from the book. I have not been excited about a movie like this in a long time. I'm excited about this movie. I really, really want to see it. Because as I said, I love the book. And actually, Ryan Gosling works for the part of Ryland Grace. He really does. And I mean, literally within a week or two of the book coming out, he was attached to play the part in the movie. And it's taken them this long to get it together. I was always worried about how they were going to do Rocky, but again, it seems to work. The VR kind of scene, or that sort of scene where he's flying on the TV screen, that's not in the book, so I don't know where that's from. But everything else in there, pretty much, is there. I think he only makes 2 models in the book, and there's more models there. And the ship, they've changed the ship design from the book. And I don't know, although you see that sort of 2 parts of the ship.
Sorry, I just saw that. Actually, I'm going to put that down. I'm going to pin that as the winning comment of this podcast, actually.
But I love Project Hail Mary. So that trailer really does it. The first trailer kind of got me optimistic. That trailer was fucking great. The ship, the Blippe, looks good. Why did you include it? Did you enjoy the trailer? Did you go, "Oh, this looks interesting"?
No, I was debating to get the audio book, but because I'm fat, I haven't done any fucking exercise.
Get the audio book.
I was, because the idea was just to have something to listen to as I can go for a run.
It's read by one of my favourite narrators. So the audiobook's really good. It's read by Ray Porter, who's really good as a narrator. Okay. He also reads the Poppyverse books, which you might also enjoy. But Hail Mary, it's a fucking great ending, Gareth. I mean, it really is a fucking great ending. So, and you know, every person I've ever recommended it to has come back and agreed and loved it. So, but I retract my OG whining.
He's had his comment pinned. So now when we have really the best comment, which I mean, Biffa's probably winning best comments, but I've only just thought of it now. I'll pin the best comment to the top of the podcast as we're going through, just because I think it's fun. But Biffa, I need to go back, and you need to fucking up your game, Sunshine, because I want to start pinning some of your comments there, man. Right. But okay, so we've got another trailer.
Yeah, I was going to say I could talk about that one for hours, but I won't because we've got to talk about Stranger Things.
We've got we've got Stranger Things, we've got Pluribus, we've got the end of Tulsa King.
James, so much time has passed, but I'm asking to please come back to our special place. Something's happened. Love, Mary.
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Everyone got sick in Silent Hill.
Something's happened here. Something really, really bad.
This is a game.
This is based on the game, but ironically, my son's been playing the original on the PS2.
What you're doing, it won't be enough to save her.
You did it, didn't you, Jimmy? You woke him up.
No one said it would be easy.
I'm here. I'll always be here.
So, I like
game because it's on
that's
IGN,
based on the game Silent Hill 2. Yeah.
So is this a movie?
This is a movie. So now I don't know if they put the twist in it because there was always this theory in this. Yeah. So he's driving in the car. He's driving to Silent Hill. Yeah. He gets a letter from his wife, who's dead, and in the boot of the car.
Oh, he killed her. Oh.
But it's, yeah. This is the funny thing, right? So not Biffa, Angel's hit on something here, yeah? In Silent Hill, yeah, Silent Hill's supposed to be a place that projects all your own demons and stuff, yeah? And the reason that the nurses look sexy is because James was having certain thoughts while his wife was dying. And because of that, yeah, he felt guilty. And because he felt guilty, they became manifest in there. And the big pyramid head thing, which only should exist in Silent Hill 2, is a reference to the surgeons that operated on his wife. Yeah. And that's what it is. It all generates all these things that you're kind of not feeling comfortable with, this, that, and the other. And Silent Hill 2 was probably the best one to make a film out of because it's so contained. And when he gets the letter from his wife, and then he goes on a journey and you start finding out bits here and there. And then you've got the other characters like Eddie, I think he was a school shooter, who's been called to Silent Hill, and Angela, who was also went through some trauma, and she was called to Silent Hill. And there's this little girl running around like there's nothing fucking wrong because she's got no demons chasing her. And yeah, it's a lot clever and deeper a game than people think it is, and it kind of crawls under your skin rather than like jump scares. It fills you with some kind of existential dread and has you fucking questioning your life at the end of it, which not many fucking games can do. And only this one ever did that. And if they do it right, they can make it really good. The downside is they didn't do the other ones the justice that they deserved. So I'll watch it out of curiosity. I probably don't recommend it for you because it's one of those things that you'll walk out of and you probably want to slit your wrists because it's not happy at all. It's so far from fucking happy unless they do the dog UFO ending. Yeah, but the dog's responsible for it with the help of aliens, which is that the funny ending that they've put in the game. If you do it 5 times, you're gonna feel bleh at the end of it. But interesting. So. What do we talk about? Do we talk about Pluribus and then go on to Stranger Things, or?
Well, you wanted to talk about Tulsa King briefly.
Do you want to save it for next week because we've got a lot to cover?
I really enjoyed it, by the way.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and it has got season 4, which they're already filming. Yeah, so Pluribus.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
It's taking its fucking sweet time, and I'm I'm looking at it. So the first thing I think has happened is that Carol actually managed to detach Sosha from the hive mind. And the reason I say that is because it wasn't we or us. They refer to Sosha as an individual. So she's probably been detached, and now they're trying to figure out how she got detached and try to reattach her. And that's why they're staying away from her, because if Carol can detach people and they can't stop her, that's a fucking huge threat to them. Because she can start peeling people away one by one, and then they can then peel more people away one by one. And therefore, I love the beginning bit. It's like kind of, hi, Carol, we need our space. All of us, everyone, and everyone fucks off. And then she starts investigating, and she starts looking into the the milk thing that they're drinking in Warhammer 40k. The milk was it's halfway through when she finds the milk cartons, and then she goes one after the other as she's investigating. In Warhammer 40k, they've got an expression for that stuff. It's called corpse starch.
Yeah, that's what I think it is as well.
But the question is, and this is the bit that I found really fucking disturbing, it's like kind of, outside the children that were with the Indian woman, have you seen any other children?
No.
That's the bit that's making me go, oh. Really making me go, oh. And she looked shocked.
Yeah, but it could just be dead bodies. But you're right.
Yeah, hopefully it is dead bodies. But part of me's got this overwhelming urge. It's like, oh my god, it's dead children, which would make it even worse. Which would also kind of make her, how can I put it, a bit more engaged towards it.
I mean, we are 5 episodes in now, aren't we? Or are we 4 in?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I think we're 5 in.
Yes.
And you could have covered most of this in 3. And I mean, you've got that Indian woman that phoned her again, and I you know, I don't know whether you're meant to sympathise with her or not, but I just find her obnoxious and awful, and it's just like, you know, I'd be like, fuck off, and just put the phone down on her. I wouldn't even stay on the phone to her, even if she was one of 7 people left in the world. It's just like, fuck off, bitch. But I don't know. I'm kind of like, I find myself skipping through bits because some is predictable, and I'm just, it's not grasping me like Better Call Saul used to. I mean, Better Call Saul would have these long, drawn-out openings, but the character of Saul was so charismatic, and you wonder what he was going to do next, that all the other god-awful characters that you hated, like the boss of the bloody law firm, and everything else that went on. But at the moment, the entire series is her, and a lot of the time, it's just her on screen. And I'm not entirely sure that she can carry it. So I'm hoping that something changes.
It's it needs a kick in the pants. It needs to have some momentum behind it because it's not going anywhere fast. And I've got a feeling, and this is the thing that it seems to show in the titles, that this hive mind is contracting until it gets down to one person. That's why it's got the 1 in the title, and that's what I think. So yeah,
there's questions, and that keeps you watching. But I find sometimes I click the +10 button quite a bit and just skip through bits that are just boring.
Yeah, no, I get that. There's some intrigue there, but I think it's I don't think it's for everyone, if that makes any sense.
No, it's not. So it's probably why it's on Apple TV. It does feel a bit. I wonder how much attention Apple TV paid to this, because it's Vince Gilligan, I think they just signed off on it, and that's what it feels like a bit. And no one's gone, Vince, are you sure about this? You know, I mean, it's an interesting concept, but one, does it have any legs? And two, really, you want to drag this out this far out throughout all the episodes? I mean, I know that Vince Gilligan likes to drag things out, but again, his characters worked. So you never felt that it was so bored. Breaking Bad, they worked. I mean, you fucking physically hated Skylar, but you kind of liked other characters. And again, it's similar with Better Call Saul. The only fucking character on there is Carol, and she's not that likable.
The problem is she's not supposed to be like because she's supposed to be the polar opposite. I'm just interested to see where this goes, because I got a feeling it's I said this the last time that it's supposed to be related to an episode of the Twilight Zone where they escaped a planet, and the timing and everything works out for that. Oh, ladies, this is my wife and Jason Momoa. Look how happy she looks.
Look how happy he looks.
Just saying. That's.
Don't worry. I should probably get my just desserts one day.
Yeah.
I'm watching it because I want to know what happens, but it does feel a bit of a drag at times.
Right, so I will answer the reason that people don't like Skylar. It goes as follows, yeah? She never cared for Walter. Yeah. She only cared for herself. That's why he didn't like her. Seriously, that's the only reason. That's the reason he didn't like her. She was only in it for herself. She couldn't see it from his perspective. There's no empathy. He probably wouldn't have done half the things he'd done if he thought that she would have been better off. Anywho, let's talk about... Well, save Tales King for next week, because I'm going to rewatch the ending. Because I paid for an extra month of fucking Paramount Plus when I should have ended it after that episode, which was dumb of me. So I can watch it again until I get my money's worth out of it. Strange Things. Spoiler warning for anyone who has not watched Season 5, Part 1 of Stranger Things, which aired November 27th, I think, or 28th.
They're all too old. And you...
Right. So the point when you realised they were too old was the bullying scene in the fucking thingy where the jocks were picking on Dustin, yeah? And then it was like kind of... Lucas was like, you should really put him down. I mean, I should put him down. Yeah, and it was like, dude, he's starting to fill out a bit up top and this, that, and the other. It's like, dude, that's not a fucking kid anymore. They should have probably
got the young sister, right? You know, she's like 15. Because I kept looking at her, and there were like there were certain shots from certain angles. I'm going, she's older than she looks.
Yeah, I know, because he kept on Pippi Longstocking
age, and she's fucking 15, and it's like, I know why because she's really tall. And I was like, it looks like an older girl dressed in a kiddie's uniform, and I googled her age, and she's 15, and she looks it. And even bloody Max now looks quite old. 3.5 fucking years is ridiculous. I mean, I don't understand why it took them this long. It's not as good as season 4.
There is probably an hour and a half worth of content in that 4 hours. There really is. There's some bits in there. I get the whole thing with Dustin trying to keep Eddie's memory alive, which I kind of like. Don't like the fact that he's kind of fallen out with Steve, because those two were the bits that I enjoyed from like season 2 onwards. It was like those two were that was the kind of relationship that I liked. I kind of didn't like that. The setup for, I think, what's going to be Steve's death, where he has to climb to the top of that fucking radio tower and sort it out. And here's the funny thing is he's going to do it in place of Jonathan too. In the episode, and I think it's called Shock Jock because they set it up. It's like, oh, make sure you turn the electricity off. Don't want you getting fried. I'm like, oh, that's not fucking foreshadowing. May not be Steve, maybe someone else, yeah. But I'm just looking at that guy. The what do you call it? Callie twist at the end wasn't welcome. Didn't like that episode in season 2. No one liked that fucking episode in season 2.
Yeah, I found that interesting. Why they put her there. No one liked it because it was completely episode 7 of season 2. It was completely. It took you out of the story, and and a lot of people were very critical of it. So I don't know why they put her in there. Again, it feels like 3.5 years, right? They've taken to get to this point. And it feels again like they're in a bit of an echo chamber. Everybody's telling them how great they are, so they think this is really good, and it doesn't have the momentum that season 4 did. I'm just rewatching season 4 now, and those episodes of season 4 are really fucking long, but there's a lot happening. A lot is going on, and there was none of that here. There was none of like. You know, you didn't kind of understand why Steve wasn't getting along with the other, you know, what's his face? I mean, I like Robin, and Robin and the whole radio thing was the kind of made sense. But how did she get there? I don't know. I mean, Nancy's looking quite old as well, and it's kind of like I can't get over the fact that it's 3.5 years since we've seen this, and I think. Some of the shine has worn off, and yeah, it just didn't. It felt a bit meh. I mean, you know, I kind of saw Will coming from a long way off.
Everyone saw Will coming for a long way off.
Yeah,
everyone saw that. That wasn't a twist. That was something. But then again, I think it paid off. That's the only bit I liked.
Yeah,
it was the fact that it's a bit I got to the end and went, finally! But it wasn't like, oh, amazing. It was, finally, was my response. Finally, something happened.
I mean, I was quite surprised. I thought it was kind of cool to see Linda Hamilton, and the fact that she had this obnoxious hairstyle, right? And you know, when Hopper fucking basically kicks the crap out of her, I'm kind of, you know, he throws her around like a fucking rag doll, doesn't he? And then knocks her out with the gun. You kind of cheer there because she was horrible, and that was kind of the point. She did it really well. So you know, that was pretty good. I kind of like the idea of the army base in the Upside Down. I thought
Makes
that was
sense.
interesting. But it again, we've waited 3.5 fucking years for this. And I don't know, you know, you don't bring Max on screen really till the final episode, and this release schedule, and again, they clearly knew when they were writing this was how it's going to be released, right? And so it almost feels like they have been forced to write, knowing that it was going to be released in 3 parts. And I think that's affecting the story. And I don't know. I mean, and again, 11 splitting up or from the first episode with the guy, with them again, and like you said, I didn't like it at the beginning. I don't think I did. I've watched it twice. There are bits that I love because I'm a Stranger Things fan, but and the final episode of this block. Some of it was really good, and I mean, you know, when when Vecna turns up, you know, and he's kind of like taller, you know, and now I mean, the bit where he freaking pulls the grenades out of the 2 soldiers, like, but he leaves the grenades in the soldier's pocket, and then smacks the soldiers against the fucking gas truck. That was kind of cool. It's like, don't take the grenades out, just use them as part of it. And then when he puts his hand through that other soldier,
but we had to wait like 4 hours for that.
I know.
And the other question is that you've got Henry is scared of something.
Yes.
There is a big wall there, and it's why do you put a wall somewhere? It's usually to keep something in or keep something out.
The wall is around the lab.
Yeah.
And apparently there is a stage play, and the stage play tells you why he's scared of the wall. Which again, why have they done this? You know, why have they done? You've got to go and watch all of these things, you know, to get the inside. This is why a lot of the Marvel Cinematic Universe hasn't done so well, because not everybody's got Disney Plus, and not everyone has watched the Disney Plus series, and you kind of got to understand what's going on now in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and that's partly why it's failing. And it's almost like they've done that here. It's like there's a stage play, we've missed out on it. Oh well, you know, do I bother now? And people have become a bit, because it's been so damn long, and because everything that's going on at the moment, the people, there is not the excitement there was. That being said, Netflix crashed for the first 5 minutes of release, but the reviews have been mixed. And I see why. You know, the way where season 4 left off, if you remember, it was like full out war, and then you get these 3 episodes of just like, is it Vecna, is it not? You know, and you're focusing on Holly Wheeler, and you're like, why are we on this character? We don't really know who it is. It's just, you know, where are the kids? Why are we not focusing on them? You know, and we take out Dustin for 3 episodes because he gets beaten up by the jocks and we don't see him again. Right? And
I did love the fact that he fucking fought back properly.
Yeah.
I always get annoyed when you have these sort of things and people don't fight back properly. But yeah, no, he fought back proper, and it was like good for him.
But I kind of, I thought it might have been the mood that I was in, so I watched it again, and it didn't set me alight. There were moments, as I said, that were great. And you're right, when Vecna turns up, that whole like last half an hour, was good. And like when they're trying to help the kids escape in the army thing, and you've got the obnoxious fat kid, that was quite good. You know, what's his face's sister is a right little missus. Again, she's kind of good. The bit where she's like, "You should have eaten the fucking pie," that was kind of good.
Yeah.
So it had glimpses of its past greatness, but I don't know. As I said, I liked seeing Linda Hamilton. I thought it was kind of good casting to put Linda Hamilton in there. And again, you know, the hairstyle that you hate her partly because of that hairstyle. I mean, fucking whoever did the costume design, brilliant. Because that hairstyle really helps. It really does.
So just a few things, yeah. Hopper and 11 don't seem to be as tight. They're saying it, but you're not buying it, if it makes any sense.
Yeah.
I don't know what was with that. Jonathan, not Jonathan. Oh, Will. Who's the one who's going out with 11? Jonathan, Will.
It's Jonathan, isn't it?
Wheeler.
No.
Wheeler. No.
Yeah, Wheeler. Yeah. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I can't remember his name. He's less annoying this season.
Yes.
This is a good thing, because last season he was really fucking. It was like kill him now. Yeah, and it was. So he's less annoying. I think Will is less annoying too.
Yes.
Robin seems to be filling in a lot more gaps than she should be, if that makes any sense. Mike, thank you, Tanith. Mike is less annoying. Dustin's not there nearly enough, because, as I said, Dustin and Steve Harrington work. Steve has taken kind of a back seat, which is a little worrying. Murray's going to die. I put money on Murray dying. But Murray, when he dies, he will go out with a fucking great one-liner. I promise you that. He's the equivalent of Randy Quaid in Independence Day.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Up yours. Yeah, it'll be something along those lines. We've got that. So yeah, I'm Lucas. Yeah, I know. Lucas is the one character I remember his sister Erica, but I can never remember Lucas because Lucas is a bit on the boring side. Sorry. He made sense in the first season. He really did because he was like the skeptic in the group. But outside that, no. But yeah, it's a lot of fat. It's a lot of fat in there. I mean, a hell of a lot of fat in there. Yeah, my brother was saying to me before he left, he was saying that the character development in films like Die Hard and RoboCop, yeah, you knew the characters inside and out by the time you'd finished it. They managed to introduce you to them and have you understand who they were in minutes. But it's taken hours to get to the characters in this, yeah. I get that the little girl's in there because it's now part of another plan. Yeah, I get that. I think there may be a connection. And there's other thing too is when Max was in Henry Keel's imagination, yeah, she saw him in high school play. How the fuck was he in the high school play? He was being detained at Dawkins' lab.
Well, I think there might be time travel in this.
Oh, don't time travel. Don't time travel.
So,
don't time travel. It's going to fucking be a bootstrap paradox nonsense, isn't it? Don't do that. For fuck's sake, don't do that. Have it, think like Lord of the Rings, you know, Willow sort of kind of ending sort of thing. Get a few redemptions in here and there.
If I had to bet, that's where I think they're going. Because they keep making time references. Flux capacitor, although I did find that quite funny.
That was funny.
There's a lot of time references.
Timey-wimey. Timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly.
And you might be right about Steve. We theorised it was going to be Steve that they kill off. And I think they might kill off Lucas as well. Because Lucas and Max, like, Max knows that Lucas is, like, you know, sort of visiting her a lot. I found the whole Hollywood, the whole of that, I just got bored of it very quickly. And I'm kind of... Because she is a lot older than the character that she's playing, it just bothers my senses, and all the kids now, and a lack of Dustin. Dustin's like the glue, and I wanted more of Dustin, and I miss Argyle. I loved Argyle in season 4. I want him back. And Eddie. I mean, you know, I liked Eddie, and I know why Eddie died, right? I get it. I understand it, and I understand that Dustin's a bit sort of fucking pissed off by it. And I did like the fact that Dustin, like, fights back, but I was a bit disappointed with this. Season 4 was just so much better. And Season 4 is a lot longer, and yet it didn't feel like it dragged. This was dragging in places. And it shouldn't do. It shouldn't do. After 3.5 years, this is what you're giving us. And it all happens in the space of like one day, and yet you don't. I think it could have been much more interesting. This is the thing, right? They couldn't have I mean, they're saying this 1 year after the last one, but you go back and watch season 4, and you look at them, they look a hell of a lot older than 1 year, and they certainly look a lot older than the 5 years they're meant to be. I think they should have almost started from where they left off, and like the military coming in and like appeasing the military, and then like the start of going on these crawls and looking for Vecna. I think that would have worked better. You could have done more with it. You could have had a bit more, you know. And they could have suspected that they were building a base because they were keeping an eye and they were seeing all this stuff going in and not, you know, what they're doing.
Keith, I don't think they needed any excuse to fucking drag it out as long as they did.
No, but I think you could have dragged it out better with more interesting stuff. Do you know what I mean? I think that would have been a more compelling story. The problem is this takes place in one day and they're dragging one day out over 4 episodes and it just doesn't work. What I'm saying is if they dragged out like the year build up, that could have worked better.
Yeah, I suppose it could. When I think about it, it's no, it's got a lot of fucking fat in there, which I'm not joking. There are things. it's 2 episodes worth of entertainment there for 4 hours worth of four almost 5 hours worth of stuff.
I think it's more than that. I think it's nearly 6.
90 minutes worth of fucking content there. That's what it is. And you could do a really fucking solid 90 minutes, which made everyone go, fuck me, that was awesome. There are going to be some wise asses online who will edit all that shite out. Seriously, they'll trim it all the way down because there are just things in there, and it's not going. If it's not going anywhere, the question is when you write a story, you ask the question: is this the most interesting thing that's happening at this point in time? That's the question. If it's not, go to the place that is the most interesting thing that's happening at this time, and we'll see that. Yeah, because that's where the story is, and I don't think they're doing that. I think there may be just a part because they want to wrap some things up here and there, the setup. But you have to remember, we've waited 2.5 years, almost 3 years for the follow up to this. People have written the end of Stranger Things in their heads. There are millions of people who watch that, and they've come up with their own ending. And I bet you any money, there's a few out there that are fucking amazing that we'll never get to see. And that's the problem when you have these massive long gaps, yeah? 1.5 years, I think you're right, is long enough. After that, it becomes a hole and people then start filling in the details. Never happened with network TV. Happens with streaming all the time, yeah? And it's just like, yeah, no, not good. I think the part of our problem is, for us, watching it, is the fact that we have waited and we have speculated about the ending and we have tried to figure out what's going on, and because it's not matching quite with our sensibilities, it's there. Plus at the same time too, because we've waited, we've got this massive impatient streak too. So where all this stuff may have been a bit more acceptable, say 6 months, maybe a year after watching that season 4, that would have been fine then. But because we waited so long, it's like, no, you've made us wait, just get to the fucking point. That's what we want. And I think that's the bit that sucks. But we've got Christmas Eve is the next bit, and then New Year's Eve is the bit after that, or New Year's Day.
But I think it'll be Boxing Day for us, because of the way they're doing this. But 3 episodes and 1, which is daft. But I think the final episode's meant to be quite long.
From Netflix because Netflix did this thing where they were dumping the seasons on, and the problem is you dump a season on, trying to keep people on for the next month is a bit difficult.
Yeah, but the thing
from
a
business perspective,
it had a lot of rewatchable stuff, and again, I think it's part of the problem is the release schedule, that they had to write these blocks of episodes, and so we'll save all the good stuff up until the end, kind of thing, rather than writing a compelling season. You know, season 4 for the most part works, but the season 4 release schedule was like 8 episodes plus that one additional episode at the end that they released a while later. Whereas, I don't know, season 4 was better. I'm watching season 4 again now and I'm really enjoying it and going, this was its pinnacle. All that stuff that's going on, they're off to save Hopper. All the kids, you've got these 3 sort of independent storylines. You've got what's going on with Vecna and Hawkins. You've got, Mum and Murray going off to save Hopper in Russia. And then you've got 11 and Mike and Argyle is a fucking genius character. And Jonathan going off, and Will going after 11. And that works. Season 5, I haven't enjoyed it as much. You better come on Netflix, butt your ideas up. I hope
it's as I said, I think it's the long wait, and the fact the episodes are drawn out.
Yeah, I agree.
45 minutes. I reckon a good editor could stream that down to 45 minutes, and you wouldn't lose anything.
Yeah, I agree. Talking of drawing things out, I think if we carry on, we'll be doing the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, guys.
So
go on.
Go. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening. And if you can, for those who haven't, tell us if you've seen Avatar 2 or not, because we're interested. Go to www.mnp.ninja, Ninja, because that's the domain we've got. and drop a comment in the comments box, and we will.
That's the domain we got. It's a fucking cool domain.
I know it was. I just saw it when it was one of those impulse buys.
Yeah.
It was one of those impulse buys. So thank you very much, guys, for joining us. We really appreciate you. Chuck, one comment of the week. Biffa, man, I'm looking at you. I'm expecting you to win comment of the week next week. So thank you very much for listening, and we'll be with you next week. Bye bye.